one is the one that you did yesterday where it's like us and a two? But then,
And the graphic,
hmm
it's that one that at the bottom it says OO box.
oh, that's the old. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
All right. Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to us here on WHAS 11 Plus. I'm meteorologist Matt Breland, and here with me is meteorologist Matthew Willoughby.
Hi.
And we are continuing to keep you updated with this incoming system that we have headed our direction. So we have a double whammy of cold air in the forecast. It's headed to us, Matthew.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be a busy day. I know you've already had a busy morning, so yeah, it's gonna be a busy day in the weather world. But yeah, we're tracking. Eventually, that rain eventually transition to snow. So yeah, some busy. Honestly, not just today, but the next probably 3 to 4 days is gonna be.
Yeah, for sure. So something I've been mentioning is if you got some very nice winter coats over Christmas, if you got some fun gloves, fun trendy hats, these next upcoming days are going to be perfect to show off your winter fashion for sure. And hopefully you have some snow boots around too, or some
Yes.
non-slip shoes because
Yeah.
it's going to
Oof.
get cold.
Yeah.
We're supposed to stay pretty much this right now. Our temperatures are pretty much our final day of staying
Oh no.
above freezing for the most part. There will be a few hours here and there over the week where we'll briefly be above freezing, but we are headed into a chilly pattern. That's why we have this weather impact alert activating for this afternoon here very soon.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be cold. I was actually looking at some of the models for Thursday morning, and I mean, I think crashing temperature is the perfect saying to what's gonna happen, especially for tomorrow morning, but also for today, where we'll have those brief snow showers in those slick spots, but those wind chills. It will turn a little bit windy, so that will really, start to pick up those wind chills a bit, and especially when you talk about the wind and the cold temperatures combined, it
Yeah.
really makes for some kind of uncomfortable cold conditions.
Oh, yeah, uncomfortable key word there for sure. Yeah, wait till we talk about the wind chills for Thursday morning. This morning, whenever I was talking about them on Good Morning Kentuckiana, I was already feeling cold, and our studio is already cold. And I was like, man, they better make sure that heat is working
Yeah.
Thursday morning for sure. So, as we head into the later afternoon hours, this weather impact alert will be activated. That's because we're expecting freezing temperatures to head our direction. That's going to turn this lingering, cloudy, slightly rainy pattern that we have happening right now into some snow showers that will be developing just as we head into the later afternoon. And we'll see a few snow bursts that will be happening as well. So, those will be something that we'll be tracking out for you. And this is just the beginning of a very chilly, cold, dreary pattern
Yeah.
for us. So we're also tracking another system that's going to be our second weather impact alert, and we'll get to those details here in just a bit. But here's how things are looking right now on satellite and radar. Lots going on this morning. So it was a rainy start to our Wednesday morning. We're still tracking some of those rain showers that are moving very slowly across Kentuckiana. Some of them still focusing towards our southernmost counties. So you folks just towards the south of Louisville. I mean, Elizabethtown, Bardstown, Campbellsville. Rainy start to this Wednesday morning.
You've been tracking this rain kind of all morning, huh? It's kind of been just a light drizzle rain that just been kind of just rolling through the entire morning, huh?
Yeah, for real though. And this is over the last 3 hours. We'll show you guys how it's looked over the last 12 hours. That way you can see when these rain showers really started headed our direction. So everything was quiet yesterday evening, but around 11 p.m. was whenever we first started seeing these showers develop across southern Indiana, and then they just continued to track across Kentuckiana as we headed into the later hours of the morning time.
Wow.
So southern Indiana, here in Louisville, we're staying a bit more quiet now, but I do want to mention we are seeing some of those snow showers already developing farther off towards our north. So I'm going to drag the map over just a bit towards northern Indiana. Check that out. Oh my goodness, that is a snowy morning for folks there just towards the south of Chicago. Whoa.
Now, I do want to point out, you see kind of that little outline. I was just looking at one of our, weather apps that we typically use. That's actually, that'll outline right there is a snow squall warning. So they're seeing some heavy snow into. I
Yeah.
know there's different ways to say Lafayette. We
Right.
Louisiana, we have our different way of saying it, but yeah, that little light blue outline, yeah, you
Talking about
circling
that
like that.
right
Yeah,
there.
that's a snow squall warning that the
Yeah.
National Weather Service has issued. So that's expecting to dive south, and it'll be interesting to see if that gets further south to our area for sure.
Mm-hmm, for sure. So here's what's keeping us from seeing snow right now. We have temperatures that are staying still above freezing. Right now in Louisville, we're at 45 degrees, which is what we were still expected to be around this time of the day. But just into the next upcoming 2 hours, those temperatures that are in the 30s over there towards northern Indiana, that is headed our direction. So that is our cold weather pattern that is going to quickly make its way towards us. And that's what's going to include those snow chances as well. And with a few of those snow squalls, we have also been saying that we're expecting a few of those to start popping up for us too. We're calling them snow bursts, but a few snow squall, snow burst, relatively the same thing. A snow squall has a little bit more structure to it, but we still could see some of those.
Yeah, absolutely.
Later in the day.
I mean, yeah, it'll be an interesting setup, honestly. And we've been talking, I think, honestly, for the past month and a half about kind of these crashing temperatures. We've gone from warm to cold to hot. Like it's been, I know people have gotten sick over it almost, and it's been interesting to see this weather patterns where we saw mid upper 50s yesterday, and now it's you back into the 40s. So it's really been honestly an up and down pattern. But now we're about to add some winter weather to it now, huh?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you've thought this winter has been a little off-putting, then sorry, you're going to eat your words this week because it is going to be quite the dreary trend as we head into these next upcoming hours and definitely into the next upcoming days. So here's a live look right now across downtown Louisville, and that sky just looks like it wants to snow.
It does. It does.
Whenever you see those clouds that kind of just like drape across the skies, and you can just tell that it's getting colder out there. I mean, just a chilly pattern. And also this view brought to us by U of L Health and also First Savings Bank. We also would like to thank Humana for sponsoring this streamcast that we have for you guys. But still a rainy start, especially for our southern counties just towards the south of us in Louisville, as we showed you on satellite and radar. Those rain showers are still continuing. And then the snow showers will start developing just into our afternoon time. And that's the beginning of this wintry setup. So we've got all kinds of winter weather headed our direction. Snow, temperatures below freezing.
Rain.
Wind,
all of it.
cloudy skies. It is just going to be dreary.
Yeah, we're getting. It seems like we're getting the whole, 9 yards of, winter weather, rain, snow, all of it within just a few days. So, we talked about it, and I know we're about to plan it out here, but we talked about, today and eventually, Friday and Saturday looking even different. So, I guess let's get right into it.
Yeah. All right. So here's the latest forecast details for what you can expect as we head throughout the next upcoming hours. This forecast model, this is the one that we use on air fairly often. It's called the graph, if you're wanting to be a little nerdy with us. But this model has done very good this morning. It really pinpointed how long these rain showers are expected to last, and it's still doing well at showing them happening right now. So that's kind of a little weather forecasting tip. If you notice, the weather model is doing a great job of what's happening right now. It's a good tool to use whenever you're expecting future systems. So as we mentioned, the rest of our morning, we're going to slowly see those rain showers make their way farther to the south. But as we head into that 12 p.m. time, that's whenever we'll start seeing those temperatures drop into the 30s because those winds out of the north, that's another factor that we're talking about. We could have some winds gusting up to 30 miles per hour out of the northwest. So that's definitely going to cause some big temperature changes, and you may hear that wind howling a good bit. I've always noticed with a north wind, those are usually the ones that make noise.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think when that morning of when we had that quick snowburst Sunday, I did hear the wind outside of my window, and that was in the morning. And then, when you were at Northern Commons, you saw the, wind and the snow come. So, yeah, I mean, that's definitely a part of it that you really can get those really big snow bursts with that, that northerly wind.
Right, and 12 p.m. is also going to be interesting, too, because that's going to be we're calling that the transition time, because that's going to be whenever our temperatures are going to be going from above freezing to below freezing. So that's going to be the timing where these lingering rain showers will start transitioning in the snow. But that in-between period is whenever we see a little bit of sleet mixed in with rain and even some snow. So that's what makes that nasty, slushy, wintry mix that we see. That's probably going to be popping up in some scattered shower forms as we head later on into the afternoon time. But from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m., that's really looking like the timing that we're expecting these snow showers to develop. And you saw on satellite and radar, they're very organized right now, but that's because they're encountering a lot of deep cold air that they have to hold on to. But as we mentioned, that cold air is headed our direction, but we still have a lot of above freezing air that is going to have to battle as we head into the afternoon. But around 3 p.m. is whenever we're expecting most of Kentuckiana, especially southern Indiana and here in Louisville along the Ohio River, that's whenever we're expecting those temperatures to really start dropping at freezing or be below. And that's going to be whenever most of us start seeing those snow showers start scattering across Kentuckiana. And also a few of those snow bursts, snow squalls can't be ruled out with this either.
No, absolutely not. And I think when you stopped it right here at 3 p.m., I think this is an interesting time to stop it at, Matt, because you look at the temperatures. You see, 40s in Campbellsville, 39 in Louisville, but you just go a little bit off to the northwest. That's 32 degrees in Paoli. So, of course, this is just a model run, but it honestly, I think this perfectly shows that that's when we could have that transition period of rain to snow, when you do have those colder temperatures rolling in, but still above freezing in Louisville. But, I mean, you look, I'd say 30 miles away in Paoli, you're, just into about 5 degrees difference. And that's the big difference between having rain and snow, is that 32-degree mark.
Yes, it has to be 32 degrees. So I'm just going to move this slowly forward now. So we're looking at having snow showers around into the later hours of the afternoon. This is likely going to be, I would say we'll start seeing them develop around 12 p.m. across southern Indiana, and then the rest of Kentuckiana, southern Kentucky, we'll start seeing them become more developed closer towards 5 p.m. And those temperatures just get colder and colder from here on out. We're going to see those temperatures keep dropping into the 20s as we go throughout the remainder of the afternoon. And near 7 p.m., this has been the timing that's been the most in most agreement with this weather model, that most of this activity will start breaking apart. We'll start seeing those snow showers. I mean, the moisture should start being a bit less frequent in the atmosphere by this point, because those north winds are going to keep on driving in the steady, dry, cold air that will be lasting for the remainder of our Wednesday evening. But also into Wednesday night, I'd say closer towards 10 p.m., the next winter setup that we have are just these strong, cold temperatures. We're going to see temperatures dropping into the 20s as we head into that 11 p.m. hour. And then our Thursday is going to be our dry day. Actually, we're not really tracking anything other than just very cold temperatures on Thursday.
Yeah, I can't even look at that right now. 18 degrees in places. Yeah, I mean, to see that, we'll already be into the mid-20s by like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night tonight. And then you drop even more heading overnight, which typically happens. I mean, that's going to be a cold morning, especially for the bus stop. So, I mean, if you're going to have the kids out at the bus stop, they need multiple layers. All those Christmas gifts that Matt was talking about, the boots, the
bring them out.
Bring it all out. Bring them out. Because, it's going to be cold. I mean, you look at, actual temperatures right there, and it says, 18 to 20, but, we usher in or factor in wind chill, it's going to be even colder outside.
Yeah, these wind chills are going to be no joke. We'll get to those just in a bit. We're going to show you what's happening by 12 p.m. Thursday. Still some patchy sunshine will be popping up as we go into our Thursday afternoon hours, with temperatures still only into the mid to upper 20s. So it's still going to be very chilly as we head into the afternoon. Later into Thursday evening, still quiet and dry, but we'll start seeing clouds redeveloping by Thursday night, and a few passing flurries will be around too, because temperatures are still going to steadily favor snowfall development, but we just don't have that much moisture around just yet. Even our Friday morning, we still are expecting some passing flurries to be around. But I will say Friday and Saturday, I think we'll see a bit more snow than what we're expecting for tonight. It's going to be our snowy day. So from beginning around 4 a.m. Friday, that's whenever we'll start seeing those light scattered snow showers. They'll be around throughout portions of the morning time. Cloudy skies, temperatures still struggling to reach above freezing. But then we have a secondary setup that's likely going to bring in some greater chances for snow as we head later on into Friday, into the evening hours. Our Friday afternoon, so, as I mentioned earlier, we do have a few hours into the next upcoming days that will have temperatures above freezing. Friday is the day that we're expecting that. There's still going to be a south wind, but that south wind is what's bringing in a lot of moisture. And then we have another system over towards the north that's bringing in the cold air. So that's what's going to set this up for Friday evening, bringing in some returning chances for snow. So we may see just a few rain showers at first, just into those later afternoon hours. But as those temperatures continue to drop, you'll notice that this model, it's wanting to transition that into snow for us across Kentuckiana. And this is looking more likely for Friday evening, Friday night, into Saturday morning. So if you have some Friday night plans, Saturday morning plans, that you're probably going to have to deal with some snow.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Now, I think that's what it's the interesting part about, in January. You get later, or you get earlier sunsets. That means you can get those temperatures to cool down a little bit quicker than, say, for a day in February or March where, you have those later sunsets. So as soon as that sun goes down, you lose all that, at least a little bit of heating where you have temperatures into the 40s. Because after that, it's done. And then you see that transition. To eventually see that transition to snow around 5:30, around 6 o'clock. So
yeah, I'm gonna play through this again and give people a heads up because Friday's a busy day, especially on Friday evening. So yeah, once again, we're expecting some rain showers to start developing later into Friday afternoon, since temperatures will still be above freezing. But then freezing air returns back later into Friday night. That's what's going to help turn these lingering rain showers into steady snow showers. They're going to be developing throughout Friday night and carry over into early Saturday morning. And a lot of the models are still wanting to keep this around into Saturday afternoon too. So I would say our Friday night and Saturday afternoon, we're going to have to deal with lingering snow showers across Kentuckiana. So here's a bit more of an extended look as we head into Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. This is wanting to pinpoint 12 p.m. as the timing that most of those snow showers will be developed across Kentuckiana. So I would say Saturday afternoon is looking fairly snowy as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is, I think today will be, we'll have some chances of, some snow showers, but I think, and we've been both talking about this, about Friday, Saturday, especially Saturday being our better chance for some accumulating snow that could happen as we go towards, especially Saturday morning back into the afternoon.
Yeah, and this is still expected to stick around throughout most of Saturday afternoon. It really won't be until about the evening hours, early evening time, that we start seeing these snow showers come to an end. And they're not ending because it's warming up. They're ending because we're just going to be out of water in the air. That's really the only reason. By no means are we going to be warming up. This is the beginning of a very cold pattern that arrives through Saturday night. So here's a look at snowfall totals that we're estimating right now to happen for tonight. We're expecting up to an inch across southern Indiana. And then just across the Ohio River here in Kentucky, a dusting likely for us as we head into those later afternoon, evening hours from those scattered light snow showers. A few of you that may get caught in some of those snowbursts like we were talking about may see some snowfall totals closer to about an inch. But I would say you'll still be waking up to seeing snow on the ground by Thursday morning.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be enough to see.
Yeah, it surely will be. And I mean, we won't see temperatures even be able to melt it because it'll be so cold. So yeah, you'll definitely see some of the grassy areas, seeing some snow as you wake up for Thursday. And yeah, I just can't. I'm not ready for the cold. As a meteorologist, okay, we track the cold, we track the warm, heat, whatever. But it's just like, it's coming once again.
It's coming.
Just got to remind yourself that it is January, so these things happen. We start to see these winter systems roll in. We start to see snow. So I mean, it's pretty typical for January to, kind of be active when it comes to these weather patterns rolling.
Oh, yeah. So get ready to bundle up. And we're not done yet. So we do have some, as we mentioned, we have a secondary system that develops Friday night into Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. And with this system, I'm thinking that all of Kentuckiana will at least see 1 to possibly up to 2 inches. So we're continuing to still get our data in. This is still a few days out. So as we head into the next upcoming days, we'll be able to pinpoint a little bit better on who's expected to see the most snow. But 1 to 2 inches is definitely a fair estimate on how much snow we're expecting with this system that arrives throughout basically Friday night and Saturday morning. And those are other weather impact alert days that we're going to continue to push, since this is going to still be a very slick start to Saturday morning, Friday evening. As I mentioned, Friday evening, people have so much stuff that they want to do, especially here in Louisville. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Well said, honestly. That Friday, I mean, people love to go out, when it's the weekend. You're done with the work week. So Yeah, we know that Friday and Saturday can definitely be those going out days, or whether it's even going out to lunch, dinner, or anything
Yeah.
with family. So that's partly why we do have that weather impact alert, because it is simply going to impact your day as you go towards
Hmm.
Friday and Saturday. So yeah, we both know that those Friday nights, those big going out days. So
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah,
going to
for
be
sure.
paying attention to that, especially for this weekend ahead.
Yeah, so this is what's causing all this winter mischief. We have an area of low pressure that's developing right now across the Ohio Valley. That's that red L that you see spinning over there. When you see that, that means that the air is spinning in a counterclockwise direction. Whenever that happens in the air here in the United States, it makes the air rise. So you need rising air to cause any type of weather pattern other than sunshine. So that is what's keeping these winds out of the north, that's bringing in this cold air for our Thursday afternoon. This is our first system that we're tracking. That's what's going to bring in this first round of this Arctic air. And then the second one starts headed our direction by Friday afternoon. This is what's going to be around throughout Friday. That's going to steadily drop our temperatures as we head into Friday night, and it will last well into our Saturday. Early Saturday morning is whenever that cold air really picks up. We're going to see those winds stay out of the north, and this air is coming directly from Canada. I mean, this is North Pole air. This air is supposed to stay well away from us, but it is now headed our direction.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you just took this massive ball of cold air and then you just kind of pushed it down from the North Pole. That's exactly what's happening. That's why we call this kind of a Arctic blast or Arctic cold air that rolls in. It just kind of pushes all that cold air that kind of sits up in the North Pole up there. But sometimes it sinks further down into our area, and that's why you do have those colder conditions. I mean, all the way up from Minnesota all the way down to our area. Everyone's affected. Even places further south as Louisiana, Mississippi,
Yeah.
can see temperatures they're usually not used to around this time. 30s, even 40s for high sometimes. So yeah, I mean that's gonna be rolling through for Saturday, and it's gonna be sticking around for quite a few days.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, this cold air is going to linger around for a while because this area of low pressure, it's going to hover towards our north for most of the weekend. And as it's staying positioned closer towards the Great Lakes, it's just going to keep on spinning in this cold air that's going to just last for us. So we are expecting drier conditions by Sunday. A lot of the moisture will be knocked out of our atmosphere across the Ohio Valley by then. So that's going to keep us in a drier trend. But here's the feels like temperatures. And I know Matthew is terrified of these because watch. Okay, even Wednesday, even this evening.
Close my eyes.
Even this evening, temperatures will feel like the mid to upper teens, but boom, single digits.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's for Thursday morning is whenever we will be in the single digits. So that is some strong cold air. We don't feel like the single digits too often here in Kentuckiana. So that means tomorrow morning is going to
I'm glad I'm
be
off Friday.
better. Yeah.
yeah. It's gonna be cold. I mean, you're waking up, stepping out the door, and you're thinking, "Oh, I could just throw a jacket on." Yeah, you'll go.
You need
right
jackets.
Back in. Jackets.
Multiple jackets.
Yeah. You'll go right back in and put on more layers because feel like temperatures. That's what it's gonna feel like on your skin. 7 degrees in places, Jasper, Paoli, 10 in Louisville.
Yeah.
10
degrees for the feels like here in Louisville.
Like, I mean, even further, north, you're talking about 4. So this is some of like the coldest air we've seen so far this year. We've kind of been lucked out with at least the warmer air we've seen honestly for the first part of January. But yeah, definitely some of the coldest air we've seen all year rolling in for tomorrow morning.
Absolutely. And this cold air doesn't really ease up either. By Thursday, later into the afternoon, the feels like temperatures will still be in the teens. So, I don't know if it's like this with you, but cold air kind of has a stopping point with me. There's a certain point to me where I'm just like, okay, 10 degrees feels like 20 degrees. Yeah. Like whenever it gets to a certain point where it's just so cold, it's just like, okay, cold. It is cold.
It's just cold. Yeah, honestly, yeah. I think I'm like that. It's like once you get past, 20 degrees, 30 degrees, it's like anything below that, it's cold. It hurts to even go outside because it's so cold. But like that's basically how we can explain it. It's just downright
uncomfortably cold for sure. That's going to be the word that I use a lot tomorrow morning. Okay, well, here's the 7-day weather details to go ahead and get this wrapped up for you guys. So just in summary, a weather impact alert beginning this afternoon. as those snow showers start slowly developing across Kentucky, and then they'll become more scattered later into the afternoon, and a few of those snow bursts will be happening. A dusting for us over in southern Indiana, about an inch of accumulation possible as well. We'll stay dry through Thursday. That's going to be our dry day later into Thursday night. A few flurries start popping up, but we are still cold on Thursday. 29 for the high. Oof.
Oh.
Yeah, and then our second weather impact alert day is going to be for Friday and Saturday, Matthew.
Yeah, it's that's I'd say like a better chance of some, widespread snow across our area. So southern Indiana, into Kentucky, that's going to be a better chance for, a really wide range of snow for Friday and into Saturday. So kind of a 2-day event where we'll see some more of that light snow for Friday, but more, I guess, snow coverage, you can say, for Saturday. But, temperatures won't even get above freezing for Saturday or, honestly, the weekend.
Honestly, the next upcoming days,
Yeah.
we don't really have a day above freezing in the forecast. And so, Sunday, we've got temperatures that will reach the mid-20s. Our lows Saturday night and Sunday night will be in the teens. And then our low Monday on Martin Luther King Day, you'll be waking up Tuesday morning to 12 degrees.
Yeah. Oh,
here
man.
in Louisville. That is
cold.
Yeah,
That's cold. It makes me
know
scratch my head on.
yeah, I was like, man, there's
Yeah.
some people that are going to really, really hate this forecast.
And keep in mind, on the right, you can see on the right, upper right corner right there, the normal high, 43 degrees.
Yeah. That is not in the forecast now.
No, it's not. So we're talking, almost 15 degrees, almost 20 degrees colder for highs on Sunday. So well below average. Typically we see that average around 43, but it's January. We can see, these cold streaks like this where we see, temperatures well below average for this time of year.
Yeah, and I'll show this real quick, and then we're gonna let you guys go. But this is from the Climate Prediction Center. We get new updates on this every day. The Climate Prediction Center tells us how temperatures or precipitation outlooks will be as we head, beyond our normal forecast days. So they've been predicting over the last several weeks that we're going to have a colder than average January, and that definitely is here now.
Yeah,
We're in that pattern, and they're expecting us to stay in a colder than average January as we head into our final days of the month. So a colder than average trend is likely sticking around with us for a while.
Well, honestly, I guess the rest of January.
Of the month. Yeah. So I would say like our days are going to still be around where we see temperatures stay below our average. So we're probably going to be forecasting more days in January that are highs in the 20s and 30s. So
all I'll say is winter is coming.
Winter is coming. Yeah. Think summer thoughts for us. You guys. That way we can start manifesting some warmer weather. But yeah, winter part 2. It's on its way
coming.
for sure. It's going to stick around too. But all right, well, we're going to go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching us here on WHAS 11 Plus. We're very grateful to have you guys updated with these weather details. It's a busy week for sure, but me and Matthew, we enjoy doing this for you guys.
Always.
And happy to have you along. Make sure you tune in to Matthew. He'll be live on WHAS 11 at 12 p.m. to give you more forecast details. I'll be with you tomorrow morning from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. on our TV channel, and then from 7. Yes, I will be. Yes, they're gonna have him out. Yeah, they're gonna have you out in the cold this evening.
Oh yeah, we'll be tracking the roads especially for this evening. So we'll give you a look at what the roads look like for your evening commute.
Yeah, Matthew will be in our weather vehicle, which we haven't had the chance to use in a while. So I'm a bit jealous that you get to hop in it. But stay updated with us. Remember, you can always go to WHAS11.com/weather to see all of our latest weather details, all of the latest weather stories. You can catch the latest weather forecast that we broadcast here on our app as well. And if you have any questions, just send them our way, and we'll be happy to answer them for us. But thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.